Okay, are you guys ready to learn about Chandler? Chandler, Arizona, in the Phoenix area. I'm telling you, there's no other video like this. I'm telling you, there's inside information that only a Chandler resident is going to be able to share with you. And I'm talking about all the little nuances, why Chandler is so amazing, and things that you're not going to find on Wikipedia like some of the other YouTubers might use. Let me just share with you a couple of things right off the bat. Number one, the proximity of Chandler is honestly in the middle of Phoenix Valley. People don't realize it is really honestly the middle. The city of Phoenix itself, although that's where it all started and that's where the airport is big city and big city problems. And that's also where we have a higher crime rate, lower school ratings, and we also have the largest homeless population in that area. So that's not necessarily where people want to be. They want to move out into the suburbs, and it's about which suburb, right? When you're looking at Chandler and you look at the proximity to all the benefits being close to city, like the airport and the massive freeway system, Chandler is an ideal area. So I'm telling you, if you call Chandler the center of it all, if this is where your employment is, or if you are driving around for employment, let's say you are in a sales or a tech kind of a person, you're going to have projects or jobs or clients that you're going to have all over the valley. You're going to be driving even down to Tucson. I'm telling you, Chandler is the center of it all. You have freeways on all four sides of us. And when you look at the overall cost of living, it's not just about the housing price. And I'm telling you, it does matter whether you live, let's just take the right next door neighbor is Gilbert. If you look at the cost of living in Gilbert and the cost of living in Chandler, it's very different. People don't realize that. Everything from property taxes to homeowners insurance to water utility costs. I'm telling you, it varies from city to city. And Chandler overall is honestly one of the most ideal lower cost of living in the entire Phoenix Valley. When you think about, again, wear and tear on cars and gasoline and car insurance because of where you live or how many miles you drive, again, Chandler is the ideal place. So I'm going to break it down for you guys, not in just a couple of different ways, but yeah, I have a list of 15 things. Don't leave me early, guys. I'm going to show you the good stuff right off the bat. You want to see homes, you want to see new construction, and you're like, what? Chandler, new construction? And affordable, yeah, you're not going to want to go anywhere. And I'm going to talk about all the other benefits that you will find calling Chandler home in this video. Editor, if you'll please cue up the words right here and just show them. We're going to be talking about, ready, location proximity, cost of living. Okay, maybe this side. And we're going to talk about housing choices, employment. We're just going to talk about freeway access. We're going to talk schools, medical, shopping, dining, restaurants, entertainment, quality of life, outdoor activities, parks and recreation, culture, diversity, and overall low crime rate and safety in the city of Chandler. But I want to get you right off the bat. I'm going to take you on a drive today. We are going to meet up with my amazing associate, Jesse Lee Reed. We're going to hit the car. We're going to head on out to an area called Uptown Chandler. And then we're going to cover a little bit of West Chandler and all, again, the benefits of calling Chandler home. Don't go anywhere. Let's get started. So we're passing by. We just found a lowest cigarettes, so you can get bargains in Chandler. New hotel. There's so many hotels in Chandler. Lots of business travel here in Chandler. Someone actually just told us the other day that they booked they're going to be buying in the Chandler area and they're staying in an Airbnb in Scottsdale, of course. But they said the reason they chose Scottsdale was because it was cheaper. We're in May right now. And I said, well, that's because Chandler's not as seasonal. It is truly business travel year-round. Not that we're trying to encourage short-term rentals. Let me tell you, we have so many short-term rentals. But that's why Chandler this time of year actually demands a higher number. Yeah. So we just drove by Stellar Air Park, which is stellar.
You should see the houses in there.
Yeah, the houses are ridiculous. You can get a home with a garage for your airplane or helicopter if you'd like. Right around the $4 million price point. So really cool. So there's not very many air parks like that in the country where you can actually fly into your own garage. So it's a rather unique community. Yeah. If you're interested in that, most of the homes were actually built like in the 70s in there. But there are some newer homes that were built in the early 2000s. It's going to be more of the Tuscan style, maybe a little Spanish style, but a lot of brown.
One of the things, we're driving by the most random storage place. When I first moved here, we had a very large boat, and so we kept our boat over here. That's one thing that the entire greater Phoenix area has plenty of, is car washes and storage facilities. I cannot believe how many people have so much, I don't want to call it junk, but I understand like a boat or an RV.
Right,
or
toys.
Even Christmas ornaments or toys, yeah, like that you'd only use on the weekends. Obviously you'd want to keep it so, you know, kind of close to the house so you can go and get it and everything. But the boxes of junk that I do see in there, like what a waste of money. When you move across country or even just one of the neighboring states over here to Phoenix, purge.
Jinx.
Purge. Just get rid of your stuff. Don't bring it here. We're driving by a very large Bank of America campus. We have a lot of financial companies here in Chandler as well. Wells Fargo has a huge campus as well. Also, PayPal is just down the road that we passed. Now we are passing by Microchip. Again, this is what kind of West Chandler is known for. Again, the tech area, and Price Corridor. Price Corridor is right off of the area that we're in right now. And that is going to be where the newer fabs of Intel are at, as well as Northrop Grumman and a lot of other technology companies that I can't even think of right off the top of my head. We are also, here's another thing that's great about Chandler. We are right up the road, literally 1 mile. We're at Chandler and Dobson right now. The massive medical, this is Chandler Regional, and it's also a trauma force center, so there's helicopters. So you don't want to be too close to the hospital, but it is nice to be in close proximity. They have a massive medical campus literally across the streets and down the streets and things like that. So Gilbert is in the process of building an entire medical campus area also. That's right at Val Vista in the 202, which again is not too far from here. Okay, so first I have to show off Ranch Market. We are so lucky to have this grocery store here. I also love to get fresh crab here. Best price in town, if you ask me. Exchanging beauty tips with our new friend. She liked our shoes, and Jessie Lee and I have on our reefs.
Yeah, mine are a little dirty.
Yep. Those are the white ones. Okay. Yeah.
These are Here, you got it.
See, we're all making friends.
I've got
those are the popular shoes
ones,
right now.
Yeah. They're so comfortable.
I know, right? Okay, this is while we are eating our amazing
oh my gosh, it
lunch.
smells so good.
We have sweet and sour pork. They're actually pork ribs. And then we have fried rice and chow mein. And both of us got the same thing. And just to let you know, these are $7.99. And I got my historic or special orange soda for $1. Our amazing sweet and sour pork ribs, fried rice. Very good. So here's some other things that cost less money. So you have a lot of grocery choices, right? You have an abundance of gas stations. We also have Costco, and we also have Sam's Club in Chandler. Car insurance is by zip code, and 85226, which is where I live, which is West Chandler, has a low price point for its rating. That might make sense. Here's another thing. We're in Chandler still. Yep. As we're driving down literally Chandler Boulevard, we have bike lanes here. People don't realize this. So when we talk about overall safety, it's nice having some of those kind of features that add additional safety for bicycle riders. There are communities in Chandler also that do not have HOA. So for people that are looking for a place to park their trailers or have a little bit more freedom, there's two predominant zip codes. That's 85224 and 85225. There's 2 different school districts in Chandler. The majority of Chandler is Chandler Unified School District, and then the west side, where I said I lived, is part of the Kyrene School District, which kind of crosses over and includes Ahwatukee. Now, the high schools in Chandler are top rated, #1, whether you're talking about academics or athletics. They have amazing athletic programs, all of the schools. We're talking Perry, Basha, Chandler, Hamilton, and then there's the new one. What's that one called? It's something college preparatory.
Oh, Arizona College Prep High School.
Yeah. So
that's what it's called.
And because we have open enrollment, if there is room after the local kids register, you can put your children across town. There are so many students at the Arizona College Preparatory that live in Scottsdale. Like they're paying to live up in Scottsdale, but they bring their kids all the way down to Arizona College Preparatory. My personal trainer, you know, like what makes me like, check out them guns. She is the volleyball coach over there. And so she was telling me a lot of the girls, they come all the way from Scottsdale. That's how great of a school it is.
Awesome.
And I've had parents specifically want their kids to go to certain high schools for their football program. That's just crazy.
Yeah.
Well, I guess it's not. All right, so we are now passing San Marcos Golf Course, which also is the very first grass golf course in Arizona. I'm going to say originally 1916. Yes, they've made some improvements since then, but that's kind of the notoriety
It's one
here.
of my favorite golf courses.
Oops, yeah, we have golfer here. Not so much me. This one, yeah. So we have the Quick Mart for your fast stop for beer and wine. You have some older homes built in the 1950s. I've actually sold over here. Yep. And here is the new neighborhood. Jessie Lee is going to let us in this amazing home.
Yes, I am.
So I'm going to say this is going to be very similar to the other homes that we've seen. But again, if you're coming from an older city or larger density city, Phoenix is still relatively new, and so people usually associate with new construction out in the middle of nowhere. This is what is starting to happen now that we are becoming a real big city, and that is the infill buildings. It's actually a cute neighborhood. I feel like the other neighborhood was, it had a narrower street and the homes were closer together.
3 bedrooms, 2.5 baths, square footage, probably 1881, 2000?
Yeah, so
Right
to
around
me, this
2000.
is a townhouse. It's just a townhouse, it's not attached.
Right.
They are single family homes.
And the small lot.
And a small lot.
Yeah.
Which will go outside and show you the beautiful view in the backyard. I can see it from here.
I actually like this flooring.
Yeah, me too. It's laminate.
Yeah, so you have a bedroom and a full bathroom downstairs, which I like.
It is very small, but it's good for an office.
Actually, yeah, that would be perfect. Perfecto
Yeah.
mundo.
Super basic quality materials, by the way, guys.
Yeah.
This is nothing like you're gonna find with a national builder. What's the price point on these homes too, by the way?
You can find some in the mid 500s, between mid 500, mid 600.
What's that cost per square foot right now?
For the smaller one, the 1881 square foot, we are at 308.
Okay, very high for this area for sure. But there are so many people that are just like, I want new. I don't care. I just want new.
A little closet if you want to see that.
Nah.
No, I didn't think so.
I don't need to see a closet.
Catching my eye, you can see the quick
I
mark.
know, that's why I was like, I'm gonna show them the backyard in a minute.
Excuse me. Yeah.
This is, you know what, this is a really good use of the square footage though. I like, again, if you think townhouse versus a single family home, this is very plentiful. Like it is really nice. It has open open floor plan. I'm gonna stand right here. It's pretty basic, guys, though. And honestly, at this price point, that's what I expect.
Yeah,
right?
so this exact home right here is listed at 630.
Oh,
So just
wow.
to let you know.
That was a big jump.
Yeah,
I
I
was
was-
expecting mid five.
I said mid 5, mid 6, so my apologies. But
See, that's
'cause
what
there's
the builders do. Give me the real numbers.
3 floor plans. This home, I believe, has 4 bedrooms. So
Got it. Okay, so this is the granddaddy.
There
of
you
them all.
go. There you go.
But we're talking, let me see, are they soft roll? Yep. And then we have,
ooh,
yeah, so at least we have the soft closures.
actually, yeah.
I'm okay with this range. I don't love the hood, but it's a hood. And then We have some really basic quartz, and we have a really basic sink and faucet. Microwave down there. Would you show them how that microwave opens up?
I don't love when these are down like
Yeah.
popcorn.
Ah.
Yeah. So
And then,
microwave
but you know
down
what?
here.
We have a decent sized refrigerator that comes with the house. Here's the big plus right here to my right. Boom. Okay. Pantries. This has a really nice size
Very
pantry.
nice pantry.
Yeah, I'm liking that.
That is one thing that's nice about these homes is that they do come with appliances, washer, dryer, fridge, window coverings.
Nice.
So,
Well, thank you for pointing that out.
Little
The
plus.
ceiling feels a little bit low compared to some of like the new construction that we've seen. I'm gonna say it's 8 feet.
you're supposed to tie your cord onto that and then it feeds it through.
Look at you. She is becoming
I am.
so builder.
I am getting
smart.
better at these. Yeah, that's how you tie it through the conduit.
Oh, this was unlocked.
I'm off.
Just say.
Oh, wow.
You know what? In the backyards. Oh wait, it's a model. I'm wondering if
Well,
they do.
oh,
I wonder, do they come with the backyard?
they do have packages for the backyard.
Nice.
Now, I don't know that they put them in all of them, but he said that there's a few different options of packages of backyard landscape.
I like that.
So, yes.
Okay, so this is okay. Can you all hear the boom? This is a busy street. It's a midway street. It's called Galveston, but it's very busy. But hey, right over the fence here,
Super convenient.
super convenient. Hey, honey, go get me some ice.
Yeah.
This is a really nice
More
sized
cerveza.
backyard though, for someone that doesn't want to have a backyard. Like this is low maintenance, easy to take care of, and that's a beautiful fence.
Yeah,
That
that's what I was
gate,
thinking.
That's a nice looking gate too. So there's some things that they're really thoughtful in this. All right, let's see what
Yeah, it's not
upstairs
bad back
looks
here.
like.
You could put a nice big pergola if you want. Plenty of space.
Yeah, that's a small two-car garage door, but is it this thing?
Water
Smell it?
heater. Tankless water heater.
Tankless water heater. That's nice. Service door, as she pointed out, which is nice, so you can get to your garbage cans or whatever.
What do
it's
you
got
reckon
an
this
EV.
is for?
That's for an EV.
That's pretty cool.
You're not going to get a big truck in here, but you'll get a mid-size SUV or a sedan. I know.
Chirp, chirp. Let's check out the upstairs.
I really like these stairs.
It is nice, actually. I like
These
that
are
this
really
is open.
nice. Let me tell you, I've seen the ones that have a lip right here, and this one doesn't have a lip. It's nice. I like that work.
This is nice. Check it. Laundry room.
Oh,
Yeah. There's some space in there to
Yeah.
fold and a little
Yeah.
window.
Okay.
Oh, wait till you see this.
oh no. Are you guys prepared? Oh, wow.
Why am I laughing? This is the one that you push up. How'd you like to wake up to that?
Nice. Oh, this is the master.
This is the master.
Okay.
That's why I said, can you imagine waking up to that?
Okay, I don't like, well, I shouldn't say it like that. This is kind of a smaller master, but you don't need a lot of room to sleep. What they've done is given you a huge
I like this.
master bath.
Personally,
Sorry,
I think this is a nice
primary.
primary bathroom.
Yeah, this is, and I would rather have more room in here too. When I'm, actually moving around and doing stuff
Yeah.
versus in the bedroom, well, who knows what you're
Sleeping.
sleeping.
You're supposed to be sleeping.
Okay.
But I mean, this is so spacious.
This is the first time I've ever seen a builder, big or small, not put carpet in a home. I like the fact that there's no
yeah.
carpet. No carpet anywhere, not even
We
in the
still have a couple
the
bedrooms,
closet.
but I'll bet you anything there's no carpet.
Yeah, this is a really nice shower. Jessie Lee, will you
Yep.
model it for us?
You don't even have to tell me.
It's a little short. I wish the glass was taller. Like, how tall are you?
I'm 5'5", but can you imagine a guy?
A dude?
I mean,
Kunk.
yeah.
That's a little short.
It's very short. Okay, don't like how short it is, but it is a decent size. Okay.
Not too bad. And if you added some more shelves and things, you could totally, like, there's just like this big open space. You could put something here in the middle though. Like a tall chest, like to put your jewelry or your belts or watches and things like that. And then you could put more shelving like way up there.
Totally.
Yeah.
There's a lot of space you could do things
Yeah.
like that.
So
I do
it's
like
not
the
bad.
window. I like that
I
this
like
home
that
has a
too.
lot of windows. I just don't like what's outside of the
I don't like
windows.
what's, yeah.
The view.
But again, if you're coming from Chicago, you're super used to things like this.
Yeah.
Super used to it.
Let's see what else.
Pittsburgh. I can think of all these.
Wow.
Oh, look at this. This
That's
is a
amazing.
great closet. So I'm really liking this. I really
the
am.
storage, that pantry, this linen closet,
Yup.
the laundry. All right, let's check out this
What you got
room.
going on up there?
Yeah, so 4
We're gonna
bedrooms.
use insulation. Okay, this bedroom's much bigger.
Yeah, it is. And so you have ceiling fans. That's
Yeah.
something else to point
So
out.
yeah, so this home is move-in ready. Like there's
Totally.
nothing you need to do. No landscaping, no appliances, no window coverings, walk-in closet, nice size secondary bedroom. Yeah, I'm kind of liking this.
Yeah, I actually like it too.
Yeah. Now, because this is a smaller builder, really small, and they don't necessarily have the lending connections the national builders have, they don't have any amazing incentives right now to offer the very low interest rates. But if you're working with a fantastic realtor like us,
Her, me, you, me,
yeah,
you,
me,
her,
me,
who?
you, oh yeah,
her.
me, you, yeah, okay.
Either one. You get two.
Yeah.
2 for 1.
2 for 1.
Let's trade you spots.
We can get you a lot of concessions. Yeah, brand new community, by the way. I don't know if we mentioned that. Brand new community. You probably haven't seen much of it online yet. They've only sold 2 of the units. How many
Yep.
are there? 15?
15.
Yeah, and I shouldn't call them units, homes. Look at the size of this walk-in closet, girl.
Oh my gosh.
So this is a loft. Really nice. Okay, I really, for this size,
This
I
is
really
cute.
like what they've done. Yes.
Oh, I like the floor plan. I like
Me
the
too.
size of the home.
More storage over there.
I like the windows. I like the flooring.
You could put
oh,
your
wow.
yeah, right? That's the same face I just had.
Yeah, and that's right here off the loft, so you know, no problem with storage in this
Christmas
house.
stuff in here. You could put shelving, you could put cabinets, you could put all kinds of stuff. And this is really nice and open and wide. And then we have another bedroom up here. And all the bedrooms up here are nice size. This is probably the small, no, it's still pretty big.
Yeah, not as small as the one downstairs.
No, the
but-
downstairs one is definitely like an office.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but you
Or-
still have a full bathroom down there, which I think is nice for guests or.
Yeah, you could also make it like a
have
guest
you.
room or a reading room or a private room or whatever.
You don't want to do
This
that.
is, yeah. Okay, thumbs up.
Thumbs
If-
up.
If you're okay with the area, which to be honest with you, I would be. I really do like the proximity to the downtown.
I do too.
You are only at maybe a $5 Uber right away,
Totally.
probably a $3 Uber right away.
Maybe I should look it up.
Look at how good the internet is, yeah.
I know, it popped
Look at
right up.
that.
Look, $5.60, you were right. Or you could even do wait and save. Yeah, you're $4 or $5 for an Uber ride.
Boom.
Done.
I wanted to show you guys, we don't necessarily need to drive down these streets because it's only 4 houses long, yeah.
15 houses.
So, you know, maybe a home that's a little bit further in might be, you know, a better selection. Oh, check out that floor plan. I mean, I can just tell by the placement of the windows that it's a little bit different. This one, in my opinion, is, well, it's facing west. So look at the way the sun beats on those windows. If you're wondering what we're both like looking at it. So these have west-facing frontages. Those are going to increase your utility bills, and those bedrooms are going to be very hot in the evenings. These homes are going to have some major sun in the back because they're facing directly west. And then these, which are more ideal because they're facing north and south, back up to these older homes and look at the craziness of these lines, these
Right, the
power
power
lines.
That one looks like it's got
Look
quite
at
a bigger
this
lot.
one. Boo. Look at that. No bueno. Jessie Lee's always a scaredy cat. I'm the one that just kind of goes in.
Hey, I'm getting better.
She is. This is a really
This
cool
is a
lot.
big lot.
Yeah, but it's not.
It's
It is, but it's not.
weird shape.
Jessie Lee is getting scared. Do you see
I
it?
am.
So what? Worst case scenario, they come out and you're like, oops.
What are they doing right there? They're gonna put turf right there?
They're gonna put turf right
I'm
there.
outta here.
That's what they call postage stamp. But look at the power lines, guys.
I'll be over here.
Oh my God, look at chicken.
Forgot.
Has either a view of the old little store or the old little homes. See, look at
sunflowers
this.
over
City of
here.
Chandler just continues to improve. I'm telling you, the City of Chandler is on top of it as far as taking care of their city.
That's nice.
One of the best.
Show them this big old
Oh wow,
stump of
look
a
at
tree.
that stump. Dang, if
See
that
it?
tree could tell stories.
Oh my gosh. Can you imagine how big that was?
Yeah, that must have been huge. Look at that long driveway. Oh, look at the orchard
kind of
front
like
yard.
that. Yeah, I kind of like
See, I find the charm here too. This is a rental community, which I think is actually really cute.
Yeah.
Yeah, 2-bedroom, 1 baths. These are some of the older homes, again, built in the late 40s, early 50s. And
Like smaller houses on big old huge lots.
yeah, these are the very few of duplexes that we do have. We don't have a whole lot in the greater Phoenix area. Look at this cute shared front yard. Oh my God.
And then look, I think
Look
that
at the trees.
the yards get watered by irrigation.
Oh, I like that. And then this house, although it was residential, is now zoned commercial, which is super cool. And then right across
Like a
the
little coffee
street
shop.
is the golf course we talked about. So Chandler has a lot of things, okay? And as far as, let's just talk about housing in general. There's literally, you could divide Chandler up into 4 different quadrants. In fact, that's what the city has done. So this is Upper Chandler, okay? Upper Chandler was the original founding part of Chandler. And so there's a lot of grant money that's going into gentrify these neighborhoods. So I'm guessing the builder probably got a sweet deal and got some money from the city to help, develop that. So the more and more we see those kind of improvements, we saw road improvements, sewer improvement, and things like that. This older, lesser desirable part of Chandler is going to become higher demand. But for now, it is the most affordable, and I think there's great opportunities there. Now, if you are looking for a large home, we're going to go ahead and do that on another video for you guys, because there is another local builder that is custom building some new homes at around the 1.5 price point. So we won't introduce that to you today because that's in a different part of Chandler. That is called, get this, South Chandler. Whoa, what a concept, right? That's where the newer homes are going to be. And especially people looking for new construction, typically they want, large homes and upgrades and more luxurious. I love these infill communities. This is really going to help elevate, I think, our area. And it's I don't want to say it's affordable housing, but there's so many options in Chandler. That's okay, but let me see. She's trying a new makeup.
Here.
She's trying a new.
Ruby True. Do you like it?
Yeah, I do. And it truly looks good on you. Ha! I made it funny. Okay.
Okay.
We're gonna get this amazing salesperson to help us out. Yep. Okay.
Make sure you guys subscribe to Living in Phoenix. Yeah.
Yeah. So we'll help them move to Phoenix. So you're from San Francisco.
I'm from San Francisco.
What made you move to
California.
Arizona, Phoenix?
Just family, and I feel like California is just really expensive. So,
So did you buy a
have a
house
little
here,
more-
or do you rent?
bought a house.
You did. Okay. Where did you buy a house?
Gilbert, and I was
So for
saying,
young
just with me
folks-
being here, y'all.
Yeah.
It already grew so much, y'all. Like it's crazy. I've been here for 2 years. Well, 3 now. I just hit my 3rd year, so yeah.
Okay. So it's more affordable.
More affordable.
The fact that you could move from San Francisco, buy a home in Gilbert, and yeah, Gilbert is off the charts, amazing, especially for a young generation like yourself. Yeah. All right.
I would say just the what is it? The pros to it is
Yep.
I feel like it's a you move for change or you move for better.
Yeah,
I feel like
right.
it's a better environment. there's more room to grow here, like more opportunities just when it comes to like buying a house and stuff like that, because California is too expensive. It wouldn't happen now for me, but maybe later on. We're gonna manifest it. Here.
Hi, Gabby.
How's it going?
That's good. That's good. See, this is how nice Chandler people are. Yeah.
Oh, and she's from Milwaukee.
Yes.
Milwaukee. Okay.
Wisconsin.
So finish your condo. So what's a negative? And you can be brutally honest.
Is it
that's
the
what
other way?
Yeah, it's on.
This way?
Yep.
I would say the negatives is just, I wouldn't say as much culture. There's not as much culture when it comes to like food and like
Okay.
maybe like the diversity,
Yep.
but it is coming.
Well, it's funny. Yes, it is coming. It has changed. Yeah.
It's coming,
Well, that's great.
but the plus is you can live a little more, I would say.
Right.
You get a little bit more of your money.
You don't live to work, and you don't work to. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like you have extra time and you have extra
And
money.
that's the goal, right?
Yep. Yeah.
And who
Better quality of
who is behind the camera right now?
This is Sheryl Willis. I'm already connected. So this is Sheryl Willis, asking the local patrons here at Chandler Mall. Here you go, Jessie Lee. Yeah.
So the location of these homes, although it is kind of in a compromised area, and when you say compromised, I showed you in the videos, like I'm no filter girl, right? I showed you everything. If you are coming from a big city area, if you're coming from San Francisco and you're used to living in that area, oh, how about Huntington Beach? I love going out to the beach every single summer. By the way, it's only 5.5 hours from Chandler. The point is that there's like this brand new home next to a really old home and a ton of electrical lines, and they even have these oil rigs like literally right on the other side of the fence line. So my point is if you're living in a high density area or a very busy large metropolitan area, you're used to seeing new construction in the middle of old construction with some of the challenges that you saw in these other videos. The price point, in my opinion, is actually great because new construction with a real backyard size in Chandler is $1 million. So I love, and by the way, that's new construction. I'm not saying that the only other homes out there are $1 million. And that's one of the great things, again, about the Chandler area is when you're talking housing, there are so many choices. Literally, I'm not kidding you, from condominiums to townhomes. Very few cities have all of those. They even have a few mobile homes. We don't do mobile homes, but they have those. They have some trailer parks in the city of Chandler. We also have small single family homes. We have big single family homes. We have single family, I call them cluster homes that are like share one driveway and it's like 4 homes. We also have monstrosities. We have horse properties. We have, there is every type of living product in the city of Chandler. So if you are thinking you can't afford Chandler, there's so many options, and there's also different parts of Chandler. There's some areas that don't have HOAs, and then there are some that have HOAs. But here's the thing, master plan communities weren't really a thing when they were building out Chandler. And so the HOA fees in the HOA communities, some of them are as low as $30 or $40 a month. So again, this is where the cost of living comes into play. So when we talk about that, and I mentioned it in the videos as we were talking, that you don't realize property taxes are extremely low, probably one of the lowest in the entire Maricopa County. That sounded funny, but in Maricopa County is going to be in the city of Chandler. Here's the thing, guys. The city of Chandler not only has, how do I say this? I'm speechless. Can you believe it? Because it is so built up and we have so much sales revenue and tax money that is collected. This is where cities or areas like Santan Valley don't realize the benefit of becoming a city. Every dollar that is spent in the city of Chandler stays in the city of Chandler, and we keep investing it in our roads, our sewer system, our water filtration systems, our parks, our community centers, our libraries. And so this is, again, a city that is, we are debt free. I know that sounds funny, and it's weird that I say we, but that's because I'm a Chandler resident. We are one of the few cities that are AAA rated and are debt free. We own more land as well. So we also have water for each resident, like not 100 years, but more like 200 years. I don't know the exact number, but it's more than 100 years. We are very plentiful in the city of Chandler. Homeowners insurance is lower here. There's lower risk factors in the city of Chandler. We also, car insurance, we have lower car accident and lower uninsured motorist in the city of Chandler. So your car insurance is lower when you're looking at other cities. This is some of the stuff people just don't even realize. Water is more expensive in the town of Gilbert than it is in the city of Chandler. So when you're looking at the total cost of living and everything that you're spending, right? Here's another thing people don't realize. The proximity to discount stores, everything from outlet malls to grocery stores to farmers, markets, and being able to do that, you have more choices. Now, don't get me wrong, in the city of Chandler, you have Whole Foods, we have AJ's Fine Foods, we have the high-end stuff, we have the low-end stuff, we have the budget-friendly stuff, we have family-friendly stuff. It's just amazing what Chandler has to offer. So we've discussed employment. The average commute for a Chandler resident is about 15 to 17 minutes. So what do I mean by that? It means most of the people find employment with a multitude of choices in the city of Chandler. It's not just retail. It's not just, there is industrial, but there's not a lot of industrial. It's mostly corporate dollars. We have, oh my gosh, the companies and the diversity too. It's not just chips. It's not just technology. It's not just software. It's also bioscience. It's also healthcare campuses. It's also finance. It's insurance. There is so many jobs within the city of Chandler or close proximity to our neighbor, Tempe, which is also a huge job hub. And Phoenix, the city of Phoenix, is just outside of Tempe. So again, calling Chandler home, you're going to have more time. You're going to have less wear and tear in your car. You see how it all it's a butterfly effect. The freeway system in and around the city of Chandler is phenomenal. We have Interstate 10, which I have to say they're just wrapping up a $500 million widening project, which has just been over the top crazy. Freeways change everything. I could go on and on and on, but wow. So now Interstate 10 is fantastic. We have the 202 that can go east or west. So we can head over to West Valley from this 202. We can also head over to the East Valley, which will get us into Gilbert. And guess what, you guys? I'm right off the Kyrene exit off of the 202, and I can be at Santan Village in 15 minutes. So the point is that there is so many freeways around. There's the 101 that goes straight up to Scottsdale. If you work in Scottsdale, you're just going to take the 101 north. We'll probably see some widening on that too in the near future. I am telling you, the freeways change everything, guys. We have top rated schools, and I don't mean just one school. I mean, and I don't even mean one school district. I am talking 20, 30, 40 schools. We're talking public, private, microchip, that's a company. I meant micro schools, private schools. There are so many different top rated schools within the city of Chandler, or within even a 5 or 10 minute if you're looking at some of the private schools. But there are so many school choices in the city of Chandler, and the public school system is fantastic. Medical. We're talking choices beyond you can even imagine. There are so many options, and there's different medical groups. There's Desert, oh gosh, let me see if I can remember. There's Banner, there's Desert Samaritan. There's a lot of different medical programs, medical facilities here, and there's multiple campuses. So there's a lot of different choices depending on, and even just outside of Chandler, because it's freeway, it makes it super easy. Okay, let's get to the fun stuff. That would be shopping. So whether you are talking about premium outlets, as they call them, so the outlets, or if you're talking about a shopping center, or if you are talking about a walkable outdoor shopping area, Chandler has it all. Now, the premium outlets are actually just outside of Chandler on Indian Reservation, but it's really nice proximity to Chandler and right off the freeway. And it's actually called Chandler Premium Outlets. And then we also have the shops at Casa Paloma. those are going to be some beautiful outdoor areas. Also, AJ's grocery store. Look, when I talk shopping, we're not necessarily just talking like an amazing, new makeup or new outfits and everything. There's all kinds of things, right? So we're talking about these kind of shopping, not to mention Chandler Fashion Square that has a ton of quality stores. An actual Macy's and Dillard's, you can actually go in, you can actually go to a makeup counter and try things on. Well, let's come back to Chandler Mall. It is plentiful. But when I was talking about shopping, we're also talking about Costco. There's one already in Chandler. The second one is coming. We have Sam's Club. Love that. Has a car wash too. We also have Whole Foods. Yeah, one of the cities only that have Whole Foods. We have Trader Joe's. We have Sprouts. We have general grocers. We have farmers markets. We have farm-to-table restaurants. I'm telling you, though, the shopping in Chandler is plentiful. And let's go to dining. Dining, I want to talk about downtown Chandler. Downtown Chandler, honestly, it's so underrated. Everybody knows about downtown Gilbert, but I'll tell you, downtown Chandler is where you want to be. Number one, it is more live music than any other single destination in the entire Phoenix Valley. If you are thinking of live music, whether you're talking a wine bar, a brewery, a high-end steakhouse, or a patio coffee bar, I am telling you, did I say patio coffee bar? You know what I meant. There is so much going on in downtown Chandler, and I'm telling you, people don't even know about it. You have live country music, you have festivals, everything from a taco festival to, you also have Oktoberfest, there's a jazz festival, and then there's even bigger festivals at a park called Tumbleweed Park, which we haven't even got to the parks yet. There are so many parks in the city of Chandler. But as far as dining, we're talking mom and pop shops that you've never heard of. So Gilbert, although they have they are the new Scottsdale, by the way. They have a lot of high-end corporate money going into Gilbert, and in Chandler, it's still a lot of mom and pop shops. And as far as shopping and the dining, we're also talking very diverse food. It's not just American food, and we have French food, and we have lots of Mexican food and lots of tacos, but we also have Chinese, Asian, Korean, Indian, and there is such a melting pot in the city of Chandler, no pun intended. The city of Chandler has something for everyone, that's for sure. Now, I'm gonna jump right into an entertainment. Entertainment, I've already kind of touched on, but if you want to talk about indoor entertainment, there's not a lot of cities that can compete with Chandler. And I'll tell you, I'm not just talking about little kids and some of the indoor jungle gyms and amazing bounce house kind of places. And there is so many, but we have indoor kart racing here. We also have indoor, what's that called? Softball, baseball, baseball ranges coming. We also have, I just discovered this bowling alley that is absolutely amazing. I didn't see the roller rink area, but I did find the pickleball court. I cannot believe the amount that the city of Chandler has put back into the city to keep their tax dollars in the city of Chandler. So much activity, again, for the children, because there's a lot of money that comes into our city. The community centers have and the libraries have so many programs, again, that aren't necessarily offered at in other cities. Now, the city of Chandler has not only I think it's 5 different public pools that residents or non-residents can use. So no matter what price point you are in, you're going to be well quenched in the summer. There's so many options, and it continues to grow, especially when you look at just what's outside of the Chandler area, because again, those freeways, guys, you can get over to Mesa, where they have the new Cannon Beach and have a surf park that's like 10-15 minutes away. You can get to more shopping in just 10-15 minutes. Also, that's at Santan Village. So again, living in Chandler gives you the proximity to all these different things. We also have South Mountain that's just on the other side of Interstate 10, and we're not talking 1 or 2 or 5. We're talking 51 different trails. We are talking so much culture. There's parades, there's the Irish Festival, there's the Walking Dead thing. I can't remember what that's called. They have a big thing in downtown Chandler. Downtown Chandler has so many things going on. They have pub crawls. I forgot to mention all that. They have a breakfast thing called Bacon Me Crazy. There is so much stuff going on. And when you're looking at diversity, Chandler is at the top of the charts. Phoenix and Tempe, in my opinion, are going to be more diverse. But because of all the technology that is in the city of Chandler, there are people that are moving here directly from other parts of the world. It's not just parts of the US, but people from the world are coming in. That sounds funny. People elsewhere from the rest of the world are calling Chandler home. And then the last thing I want to mention, but by no means is the least, is the safety. The safety overall for our city is A+. It's a fantastic police department, have a super good grasp on their community. They have enough police officers. We have bike lanes. We have curfew codes. They are really on top of it, and they keep order in our city. It is such a pleasure bragging about the city of Chandler, I'll tell you. And I have so much more to say. Here's the thing. Chandler in itself is a lot of different types of communities. So when people call me and say, well, what's the best neighborhood? What's the best neighborhood for what? Okay, so we have different parts, as I mentioned earlier in the video. We have West Chandler, we have Uptown Chandler, and we have South Chandler. There's really no such thing as East Chandler. But we do have an amazing community that borders Chandler and Gilbert called Layton Lakes. There's over 400 different subdivisions in the city of Chandler. So when people, like I say, call and say, what's the best neighborhoods? It's really hard to narrow down the top 10. So what you got to do is you got to give us a call, shoot us a text, send us an email. Super easy to get a hold of us. You can just go to my website, click the link below, and you will get a message into me, and then we'll get that set up for you. We'll do a Zoom, a personal Zoom, no cost, and we're going to basically interview you. You can interview us, we're going to interview you. What do you like? What do you need? What's your time frame? What's your budget? What's your lifestyle like? And if it's not what you want it to be, what do you want it to be? And we'll help identify that perfect area to call home, whether it's Chandler or anywhere else. All right, guys, can't wait to see you. I have more videos coming up on Chandler and other parts of the Southeast Valley. You're just going to have to chime in. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you next weekend. Talk to you soon. Bye.